Good morning, America and fellow patriots. Today's a great day. Today's an amazing day. It's always an amazing day to be an American, but today's even better. And it's not because, as Americans, we have AR15s. It's not because we've got 12-gauge pump-action shotguns. That's right, baby. It's not even because we get to wear sweet American flag bandanas with a radical Thundercat t-shirt while drinking whiskey out of a 25mm casing while our lovely wives make us a sandwich in the kitchen. That's right, baby. Extra cheese, please. Love you. Woo! America, baby! Nope. It's none of those reasons. The reason is this. That's right, comic books. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chaz Comics and Retro Toys, where we talk about all things nerdy. Today we are going to discuss and go over some of the graders' notes that they gave me on the comics that they graded for me and why they did. So stay tuned. The first one that we're going to go over is X-Men issue 141. Came back at 3.5. I had it pressed and graded, and I was definitely disappointed in it coming back so low. I figured after getting it graded, it'd be at least a 4, if not a 4.5 to a 5.0. But they gave me a 3.5, and here are their notes and why. There's heavy creasing to the cover, heavy spine damage that goes out to the cover, heavy staining, but it does have white pages. And that's why I really thought it would be higher than a 3.5 because of the white pages. Usually comics that are this old, that weren't taken the best of care. Usually the pages are like at least an off-white to a brown color, or off-white to white. But these are white pages, which is really hard to come by. But in their infinite wisdom, they still decided to give me a 3.5. But they really did do a good job pressing it. I thought it'd be able to do a little bit better cleaning it. I guess not. They couldn't get rid of those stains, and some of the white doesn't pop as much as I thought it would. But still cool. It's really fun to have in your collection because it's such a classic story from the 80s that over the years they've constantly gone back to and pulled from. Next we have Uncanny X-Men issue 142. It's part 2 to the classic Days of Future Past story. It too came back at 3.5, and once again, I was disappointed. I'm not so sure if these graders that graded it that day, they got laid by their wives. But anyways, they weren't very happy, so this is what they gave me. But here are the notes from the graders. Heavy creasing to cover, heavy spine stress to cover, but it does have white pages. So once again, disappointed in this grade. For sure thought this one would come back higher, even after getting it pressed and clean. And most importantly, it's because of the white pages. They're really hard to come by, especially these comics, like I said earlier, from the early 80s and everything. I don't know if you can see in the video, but here's some of the creasing to the covers. And for sure, they're there. I don't necessarily know if it deserves a 3.5. Let me show you the back of it as well. The back, if you can see, didn't come back nearly as clean as I thought they would be able to get it slicked up. But it does really look nice being pressed. I mean, it presents well, just not as high as this particular nerd would have liked to have had. But that's life, I guess. Next up is Star Wars issue 68 from 1983. This is what makes this issue freaking awesome as heck, is it's the first time anybody heard about the Mandalorians. If you're a Star Wars fan like I am, you probably just love the Mandalorians. Love them more than you love your own family because they're pretty dang cool. I like to look at myself as a Mandalorian. But that is for a discussion another time. This one came back at 6.5. The pages are off-white to white. And again, I had it pressed and cleaned, and it came back looking really, really good and really, really sharp. The only greater notes on this particular issue is that it says there's moderate creasing to the cover. That's it. But they did an excellent job cleaning it. As you can tell, the white really pops on it. And we're looking the back. They got all the major creases out of it. And here's the back of the issue. Yeah, very, very happy on this one. Very super glad that I did pay the extra money to get it pressed and clean, because it came back looking sharp and nice, and very happy with the grade of a 6.5. Next up is Star Wars issue 42 from 1980. Now what makes this issue totally radical is that it's the first appearance of Boba Fett, which we all just love. And this one came back at 7.5. Again, I had it pressed and cleaned, and I was super excited and very, very happy with the grade that it received. They did a very good job on it. The grader notes on this one is light crease in the cover, light stain in the cover, light wear on all four corners. You probably can't tell in the picture, but they are worn out a little bit. And most importantly, it's the first appearance of Boba Fett. Now, here's the back of it. The money was definitely well spent on this one getting pressed and cleaned. And here's some of the staining you can see. But yeah, if it didn't have that stain, it probably would have came back even higher. Now you're probably thinking, who the heck is New Age Comics? Well, I don't even know who New Age Comics is. But the reason why I got this comic, got it pressed and cleaned, is because of what's on the back. Boom shakalaka. This is the first time the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were ever drawn in color. Before they're always black and white. This is the first time you see it in color. And it's a cool piece to have, especially if you're a turtle fan. Because if you notice, right, they all got red masks on. And it's even funnier is that when they first started to draw them, they drew tails on them. And you can tell that the tails, at least if it's black and colored in black, looks like a wiener. So after they decided to get big and famous, they did away with the tails and they changed up the mask, giving them different colors. But this one is awesome to have. I did have it pressed and clean. Came back at 9.4. Always hoping for a higher grade, but I'm happy with it. Super cool to have in your collection, because like I said, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in color. Cowabunga, dude. Cowabunga, dude.